the daughter of Jeremiah of Libnah.
Now notice the scripture she read, as I mentioned, it didn't say he was 21. It said what? He was 20 and 1. Now here is one that we all can be familiar with. In Matthew chapter 20, please turn to Matthew 20 verse 6 and verse 9, please. Matthew 20 verse 6 and verse 9.
Verse 6. And about the 11th hour he went out and found others standing idle, and said unto them, Why stand ye here all the day idle? Go to 9 or read through?
Verse 9.
And when they came, and when they came that more hired about the 11th hour.
Now notice the 11th hour. In our culture, the 11th hour means that time is what? Almost up. It's the 11th hour. At the 11th hour, you remember there the nominations for the Elizabeth by-election? At the 11th hour, Godfrey Propin run in there with a check to nominate, and he did cash. And he didn't make it. He came at the 11th hour, and he didn't make it. The 11th hour says, look here, time out. If you don't come in within the 11th, that's it, you out. Now we go to number 12. 12 speaks of governing order and rulership. The number 12 in scripture is overwhelmingly expressed as governing order and rulership. In the beginning, watch this, in the beginning, God set the moon, the sun, the moon, and the stars in heaven to do what? What it says? To rule the day. Right? To rule the day and the night. Subsequently, we have how many months of the year?
12.
How many hours in the day?
12.
How many hours in the day?
12.
How many hours in the night?
12.
How many signs in the Maserat? The zodiac there. Did you know the zodiac is in the Bible?
Yes.
It's in the book of Job. And the zodiac is the gospel written in the sky, right? After the fall of Adam and Eve, it became corrupted, and Miss Cleo, not just the Gibson daughter, Miss Cleo used it to fortune tell. So there are 12 signs in the Maserat or the zodiac, and 360 degrees orbit, right? 12 times 30, right? 360. Israel was represented by how many tribes? 12. There were 12 apostles to sit upon 12 what? Thrones. You see that? And by the way, I don't know how they got to this, but it's almost universal, right? How many jurors do you have? Even after 12. So 12 speaks of governing order and rulership. As we related in number 11, it appears that the disciples were not prepared to take on their mission of going to the nations until there were 12 of them. Acts chapter 1 verses 20 through 26 speaks about the election of Messiah. They say, we ain't going. We only got 11. That's disorder. Let's get the 12. And so they elected him. The 12th letter of the Hebrew alphabet is Lamed, L-A-M-E-D, Lamed, which, when written, stands head above the other letters. The word Lamed means to lead or teach. Watch this. When we enter the New Jerusalem, which will happen soon, we will enter through one of how many gates?
12.
Each representing one of the 12 tribes of. Now let's look at some of the the number 12 in scriptures. There are 12 tribes of Israel. The 12 apostles that sit on 12 thrones. Ishmael, notice that Ishmael, it's amazing. Oh, help me, Holy Ghost. How many sons Ishmael had? Princes? 12. Turn to Genesis, please. Genesis 17 and 20. Notice how many, there were 12 tribes of Israel, but God gave Ishmael 12 princes. It's almost that you have how shall I put it? A negative part, a negative covenant. Covenant, that's the word we use. There's a counterfeit. And that counterfeit is in Ishmael.
Yeah.
That counterfeit is in Esau. That counterfeit is in, what's the fellow name, that Amalek. And that's, thanks, Sister Clark. That's the word I want to use. What was it? Counterfeit. There's a counterfeit. Now, would you read it, please? Genesis 17:20.
And as for Ishmael, I have heard you. I will surely bless him. I will make him fruitful and will greatly increase his numbers. He will be the father of 12 rulers, and I will make him into a great nation.
You see that? Ishmael had 12 princes. Jacob had 12 sons.
Yeah.
That's the counterfeit. And that is the war that's been raging for the last 6,000 years. And it will soon climax in Armageddon when Jesus and the Antichrist come face to face for rulership of planet Earth. That's what this is all about. This divine, this spiritual warfare is being played out in us humans. Those of us who accept Jesus Christ with a good seed. Those who don't, they're the bad seed, and that's being played out between the two groups. Solomon had 12 officers. 1 Kings chapter 4 verse 7. Notice what these 12 officers were. The Hebrew word for kings, for 1 Kings, is Aleph Malachim. Malachim means kings. 1 Kings 4:7. 1 to 20, number 1, please.
Solomon also had 12 district governors over all Israel, who supplied provisions for the king and the royal household. Each one had to provide supplies for 1 month in the year.
Wow. 12 stones placed in the Jordan River, plus 12 more stones on the other side. Yehoshua, which is Joshua, chapter 4, that's a lot of reading, so we're having you can take it down and read it when you get home. Joshua chapter 4, verses 1 to 24. There were 12 stones in the priest's breastplate. The high priest wore a breastplate